Hey group, today we're down here on the San Antonio River, and before some of these storms start to hit us, I want to show you something interesting that we find along the banks. That can be creek beds, drying up ponds, but we have a lot of crawfish here in South Texas. A lot of other states do, but they oftentimes make habitats here along the river's edge. So if you look here on the side of the bank, what we're looking for are chimneys. Chimneys are pretty much the outward representation of a crawfish burrow, where the crawfish have dug way down deep. The idea being that they need to have a little bit of water so they can breathe. If you hear that up there, this video is about crawfish, but it sounds like some kind of tree frog's getting attacked or eaten by probably a snake. That's not what this video is about. That's what that sound is. These burrows can be up to 14 foot deep. What we're going after today on the San Antonio River is going to be called the Texas Devil, or the painted devil crawfish. Pretty rare. They're not endangered. They go for about $50 to $70 online when you can find them. Along the creek beds that we have up here, you've seen them on the channel. What we usually trap are the red swamp crawfish, and they're much larger than what we're going after today. Very different. But if you're in a survival situation, being able to pull out crawfish is important. If you're in a fishing situation, you start finding crawfish burrows, you know that something out there is in the river and knows this as a normal bait. There's all kinds of reasons to know how to find, identify, locate, and potentially dig these things out. So that's what we're going to do here today, is we're going to attempt to dig these out. It's been a while since there's been a flood. It's usually a lot easier to dig out a burrow when the rivers come up and then come back down. Not only will these chimneys, you see this right here, they'll wash away with each flood, and quite a bit of rain can wash them away. But once you see the chimney, you realize a lot of times that is new construction. So you can tell that there's a crawfish in here. A lot of the burrows are just holes in the ground. You can't tell if anything's home. There's another little hole right here with a little bit. But once you start seeing them, once you know how to locate them, you'll find more of them. But if the water level comes up, it comes back down, that means your bank's going to be a lot more moist, and it's going to be much easier to dig it out. So this might work, and if it doesn't, I've got a little pickaxe here in the water, and I can cheat a little bit. So go ahead and try this guy right here. It's about 2 foot above the water line. Let me show you this burrow real fast. It's not too fancy. Different species, again, have larger, smaller. I mean, some of these can be up to 1.5 feet tall, depending on what they're building it out of and how kind of crazy they are about digging. So really cool little construction. Every time it rains, they go after it again and they start digging. So let's see if he's dug through next to rocks. Let's see if he's got anything interesting going on. A lot of times they'll go into roots. These guys really like to make a network. And unfortunately, with this little chimney I found right here, I'm not finding any downward holes, just ones that go up. So that was an exit hole for this guy. And so we're skunked on that. I'm gonna go ahead and look at this guy right here, this one. A little bit further down, much softer. Smaller chimney, smaller hole. So gonna be a smaller crawfish. You can see he's got about 1 foot further down. Much easier. Hopefully no roots. Now, depending on how far they go down, some of these actually go into the water and have exit holes in the water. Most of them don't. It just kind of depends on how new the construction is. One of the tricks that I often do, especially when my arm gets a little bit too far down there and I'm not being able to get to the bottom, is I'll actually pour water into the hole and I'll start pumping my arm up and down. And a lot of times that hydrostatic pressure will cause that crawfish to pop right on up into my hand. So little tricks of doing this over the years. But even if you're not in survival, it's a pretty fun thing to do with the kids. And you never know what kind of species of crawfish you're gonna pull out. Oh, there's a lot of roots, guys. Let's see here. I'll go down as far as I can before I try that pickaxe out. And check up underneath. All right, I'm feeling, oh yeah. All right, so there's a bottom and I'm touching him. So from up underneath, there is a hole going straight up. I could feel the water pumping up as my hand went in, and he is at both my fingertips. So as my fingers are going down, I'm touching his head. As my fingers are coming up, I'm touching the bottom of his body. I'm gonna try and shove him up into my hands though. He's a little guy, but I got him. Come here. And fortunately, these are not super aggressive crawfish. Oh, I got you. But they can be tricky to catch. So here we go. Now this is why I say these guys are so pretty. He's gonna play dead for a moment. He's not crunched or nothing. Put him under the water. Now check out this thing. This is the painted devil crawfish. There are different colors in different states. There's blues and reds and oranges. Some don't look as glorious as this, but look at those colors. The claws are very, very different. This guy's really small. Most of my find are about this long, 3-4 inches. They are a burrowing crayfish, so they do like to burrow in aquariums and things like that, as you can see. But I definitely think this is probably the most beautiful crawfish out there. So I love finding them. The nieces have some of them in their aquariums. You just have to know where to look for them. And again, just a few miles from here, I've got my creek. You don't find these in the creek, you just find the red swamps. So they have their niche, they have where they want to live, and it's absolutely neat to find. So, guys, enjoy your surroundings, look around your habitat, figure out what's out there. Be observant of it. Don't do this stuff just to destroy or just to mess things up. But hopefully y'all learned a little bit on this. So, neat little species. We'll go ahead and rebuild his habitat here in just a moment. Try and give a new hole, fix it all up. But we have rain coming, quite a few days worth of it, so he's gonna have some remodeling to do anyway. But pretty neat. Y'all guys take care. Tell me what you think. Hold on, buddy. I got you. New little chimney right here. Make sure we're good to go. Let you see your new spot. Going in there. Check out the new hole. Here it goes. Dave the crawfish. Let's make sure we go ahead and any damage I did up underneath. Put some more grass and whatnot. It won't take him more than 10-15 minutes to repair what it needs to. It's good to renovate. Right, there we go. Take care, Dave.